Yo, what's going on guys? Arekkz here, welcome back to another Destiny 2 video, and in this video I want to talk to you guys about what is, in my opinion, the best hunter exotic in Destiny 2. See, hunter exotics in Destiny 2 have, for the most part, been a little bit lackluster. Sure, the Stompies are fun if you want to jump super high, and there are a couple of other ones that give you some interesting options for handling speed with specific weapon types, but for some of them, it seems like we got the short straw. That is, however, until the Orpheus rig exotic hunter legs came around. These are Night Stalker exotics that will effectively allow you to instantly recharge your super straight after using it, provided of course you use it correctly. In other words, infinite super, within reason. It's crazy good for crowd control, crazy good for orb generation, and for the hunters sitting there wondering what they can bring to the table for their raid team next week, this, my friends, is the answer. So in this video, we are going to take a quick look at the perks, some gameplay, and explain how it all works. Of course, if you do enjoy this and you do find it helpful, then a like would be super appreciated, and be sure to comment down below and let me know what you guys think. Also, before I get started, I want to give a massive shout out to my buddy Pete TT, another Destiny YouTuber. He actually got these and was kind enough to send me some gameplay that you guys are seeing in the background, so be sure to check out his channel. I will link it down below along with his Twitter. However, to begin with, just before we dive into the details, for those of you guys wondering how you can get your hands on these, unfortunately, they are an exotic engram drop. So much like a lot of the other exotics we've looked at recently, your best bet is to pick your favourite planet, head down to patrol and start hitting up those public events, pop a fireteam medallion to increase your rewards, trigger the heroic version also for more rewards, and pray that your exotic engram is kind to you and gives you what you want. But, with that out of the way, let's dive into the details. This is what they look like, and while in preview they might not look like the coolest exotic out there, I mean there's certainly no Stompies, that's for sure. I really like the bionic ninja look, but they do have this pretty cool quiver on the thigh, a place for you to hold those infinite void arrows that you're going to be making. You of course have your usual mod options depending on whether you want resilience or mobility, but the intrinsic perk for this thing, the thing that makes this such an incredible exotic, is Uncanny Arrows. Provides ability energy for each enemy tethered by shadow shot anchors. So, what does that actually mean? Well, essentially, if you tether a large group of enemies, for each enemy that gets caught by the tether, you get a chunk of ability energy. And ability energy goes into your super, your grenades, your melees, and your class ability. The more enemies you tether, the more effective it is. In fact, from the gameplay you can see that if you tether around 5 to 6 enemies, then it recharges the majority of your super bar, but of course on top of that, it'll also recharge your melees, your grenades, and your class ability. Meanwhile, if you're able to trap around 7 to 8 enemies, then it's instant. Before your tether has even worn off, you have another one ready to go. Now obviously it goes without saying, this is only really going to be useful when there are large groups of enemies present. You won't be using this on, say, a single target raid boss, for example, and expecting the same result. But if you use it knowing that the emphasis should be on large groups, then it's not only going to be incredible for crowd control, but since you're able to instantly refresh it, it also means you can potentially lock down multiple areas single-handedly in a very short space of time. And while your orb generation on one standalone super may come in at around 6 orbs, knowing that you can stack these back to back again makes you a great asset for your team. If you're then able to handle the adds in a raid, and in turn ensure that your titans and your warlocks have their supers as often as possible, then you are going to become everybody's favourite hunter. And again, when you factor in that you are also recharging your other abilities as well, not just your super, then you also have infinite access to your grenades, your melee should you wish to, whether that be smoke bomb or the snare, and of course also your dodge, which is great for DPS output because of course it means you can dodge, reload, and then continue shooting. So plenty of utility with this, but ultimately the ability to essentially have infinite supers provided there are enough enemies around is going to make Night Stalker incredibly potent. But that, my friends, is pretty much it. Definitely one of, if not the best hunter exotics you can get in Destiny 2, so if these drop for you, then make sure you put them to good use. Again, shout out to Pete TT for the gameplay of this video, be sure to check him out down below, and of course if you missed any of my other videos then you can check those out on the channel, and there will of course be plenty more coming your way very, very soon. Thanks again for watching, take it easy, catch you next time, peace out.
got the glimmer.
And you got their equipment.